Perfect. So listen, guys, it's really rare, and not too many people get the opportunity to be on with such an amazing person, such as our executive vice president. And I want to make sure that we, are eternally grateful for him spending time with us. He came down this weekend and gave us some amazing nuggets, some major nuggets for those who were actually able to attend. And when I tell you, man, being in his presence is something that's absolutely phenomenal. Why? Because all of us have so many life things going on, and all of us are, hold on just a second, it says not valid. Okay. If you're on your phone, click. Okay, so making sure he's able to get in. So with that being said, he dropped some major nuggets, and when I tell you, it's an honor and a pleasure to have him on. It's not too often that too many teams get the opportunity to get nuggets from the executive vice president of the company. So with that being said, we are eternally grateful. Please make sure, even after this call, you shout him out on Facebook and tell him thank you so much. So, without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce him because he's had a long day, and I want to make sure he's able to drop some nuggets on our team. So listen, for those who have never, ever met this phenomenal gentleman, not only can you look him up and see him in Forbes magazine, not only can you look him up and see him in Rolling Stone magazine, but listen, more importantly than understanding that you're connected to somebody who has already been well off and made sure his family was well off in the Wealth Foundation, but he has helped so many other people become six-figure earners, thousandaires, and hundredaires. So what does that mean? That we're connected to somebody that's going to not only help other people that he's done in the past, but he's helping us right now today. So that's what I want to make sure you understand that you're connected to. You're connected to somebody who is so selfless that he spends his time traveling the country and also spends his time with us. Little old us. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Executive Vice President of iMarketslive, Mr. Alex Morton. Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, guys, great to be here for a little bit. Yes, it's been a hectic day. I had a lot of stuff going on today in Miami, meeting with different leaders, and that we're actually looking at, don't post this on Facebook, but we're looking at upgrading our back office system. So I've been on with our programmers for a while. So the back office is about to be like 6,000x. So you guys can get excited about that. We're gearing up for this next wave of momentum. Right now we're sitting right at about 50,000 customers worldwide, and we're gearing up to go to at least 250,000 customers this in 2018. So first of all, I want to say welcome to tonight's call. Super pumped up and excited. Quinn definitely makes me sound a lot better, or I guess a lot cooler than I really am. In all honesty, I'm a normal guy like everybody else, normal person like everybody else. I just made a couple, big decisions in my life to, just really take this industry and take this business serious, almost 8 years ago. So the first thing I want to say is that this is definitely a long-term thing here. Now, tonight I'm going to talk about the networking side of this business. I am not a Forex guru. I am not a crypto guru. I am not a seven-figure Forex trader. So I'm not going to get on here and try to teach you guys something I don't know, because I don't know everything about that. I'm learning just like you. I go through IML Academy. I get on IML TV. I take notes just like everybody else. I see Jeffrey Jolivet is on here with a big old headset, man. I like that thing. I need one of those headsets for my own little home office here. But, anyway, I want to say I'm super proud of Quinn as well as Robert. These two people are just great people. I definitely pick and choose who I work closely with. I pick and choose who I directly work with. Obviously, with 48,000 people, quote unquote, in my team, it's physically impossible to touch everybody. But I do calls like this, you know, not every day, but most days with, you know, specific organizations and specific teams. And, you know, usually, you know, chairman 10s and above are involved on those calls. But, you know, the reason why I take my time out tonight to kind of just, you know, vibe with you guys here for a little bit is because I look at somebody like Quinn and say, hey, you know, she may not be chairman 10 right now, but this girl is going to be a chairman 100 in the very near future at iMarketslive, and I fully believe that. And if I didn't believe that, I wouldn't take the time out of my my night to get on with all of you guys. So, you know, bottom line is, I'm gonna tell you guys the same things I tell our Platinum 5000s, the same things I tell our Chairman 10s and 25s and 50s and 100s and 250s. You know, for you to get from where you are to where you want to go, you know, maybe you're on this call right now and you're, you know, a brand new customer. Maybe you're on this call right now and you're a Platinum 150 or a 600 or 1K or a 2K, and you're like, how do I get to that next level, right? How do I get my business, you know, to have some type of spur of momentum or, you know, spur of growth? And it all begins with you really making the decision that you're going to be consistent in your business. You know, I think one of the biggest reasons why people don't necessarily get to where they want to go in this business is because, you know, they'll work hard for, you know, 48 hours, or they'll work hard for a few weeks, or, you know, we're in January 2018, and, you know, you're busting your butt in January 2018, and then, you know, February comes around, and then you're like, okay, I guess I'll take some time off, or I guess I'll take a break. And I'm just telling you, you know, to make 6 figures, to make 7 figures, you know, I'm approaching my first, you know, 8 figures in this industry. It's just been consistency. It really has been. And, you know, a lot of times you get on these calls and you expect to hear something you never heard before, or you expect to hear, you know, some secret magical, you know, recipe for success. But, you know, whether it's me or whether it's, you know, somebody like David and Manitier, or whether it's somebody like other people in the industry that have made, you know, $5 million, $8 million, $10 million, they're going to tell you the same things over and over and over again, because that truly is what separates people that get the result they want and people that don't. So I think it has a lot to do with you being consistent. Now, what does that mean? I taught this in Houston this past weekend. It's you setting daily goals. You know, it's easy to sit there and say, okay, I'm going to be Chairman 10 by Vegas, right? I'm going to be Chairman 25 by December 31st, 2018. That sounds great, but you know, you have to take that big goal and then break it down into smaller goals. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to set daily goals. I call them daily minimums. I set myself daily minimums every single day. Yes, even Sundays, I do something to move my business forward. So I would tell you guys every day, I don't care what level you're at, whether you're, you know, the executive vice president, whether you're Platinum 150, whether you're Chairman 50, you know, you got to be talking to new people every single day. I talk to new people every day. I'm enrolling people all the time, right? So you need to be prospecting new people, okay, every day online, prospecting new people every day offline, okay, trying to build new relationships, trying to prospect new people, whether it's an Uber driver, whether it's the guy at the gym checking you in, whether it's a girl making your coffee at Starbucks, whether it's your homie you sit next to in college class. It really doesn't matter, but you're always building new relationships. Because remember, before somebody's going to join your business, they want to have some type of friendship established with you. You know, they want to know that you're a good person. They want to know that they can trust you before they, you know, invest $195 or they invest $250. They want to make sure they're getting involved, you know, with a person that they want to spend time with and a person that they want to do business with. And that leads me to my next little, you know, point here. You know, you always, everything you do in your life, to be honest with you, you always want to ask yourself, hey, who am I attracting with this action? Who am I attracting with this post? Who am I attracting with what I'm about to type on my phone and send it out to, you know, 80 million people across the planet? You know, from the clothes that we're wearing, you know, to our social media, to the way we're walking around in our office. I'm sure a lot of people on this call you're not doing IML full time. It's not really meant to be done full time until you're making, enough money to where you can support yourself and support your family for X amount of months. It's good to have a part-time job. It's good to drive Uber part-time. It's good to do something to have cash flow, because the worst thing in the world is when you're building your iMarketslive business out of sheer desperation, right? Like if you don't have any other source of income, and say you've got a family to feed, and your rank slips a little bit, and you get into panic mode, or you get into freak out mode, people can smell desperation a million miles away. So you want to be in a position of power to where, hey, now you've got 1,500, 2 G's, 3 G's coming in from working your your normal 9 to 5, and until you're platinum 5,000, hey, you're doing this business part time. And Jim Rohn talked about this. He said there's something magical in part time, right? Hey, what's up, Clint? I obviously I've been working at Capital One, or I've been working at Bank of America for the last 3 years, and it's great money. However, I've got this little part-time business going on right now, and it's almost replaced my full-time income from Bank of America. I would love for you to take a look at something, right? So there's something magical about, hey, I am part-time, or hey, I am trading as well as building my business part-time. So I would say daily minimums, number one. Number two, being disciplined, like sticking to it. Like if you told yourself, hey, I'm prospecting 3 new people today, that means you're going to prospect 3 new people today, and you're not going to go to sleep until you, guess what? Prospect 3 new people today. It's one thing to set a goal, and there's one thing to be disciplined to stick to the goal, right? We've all set goals before. I've set plenty of goals on, changing my eating habits. Most of them I definitely was not disciplined on, but, for some reason I've definitely been able to be more disciplined on my business building goals, other than my healthy eating goals, right? Because I still eat, whatever I want most of the time. But the point is that if you say, hey, I'm going to prospect 2 to 3 people a day, that means you're going to get that done before you go to sleep this evening. Like when you get off this call, if you have daily minimums you did not reach, then don't go to sleep until you reach, your daily minimums. And that's just one thing. Just to give you guys some numbers here, guys, if you only prospected 2 new people every day, okay, forget Sundays, it's, God's day, family day, church day, whatever you want to call it day. Sundays, say you just don't do anything, right? That means 6 days a week, you are exposing and you're building 2 new relationships every day. That 6 times 2 is 12, okay? 2 weeks, 24. In a month, that means you're exposing 48 new people. You're building 48 new relationships. Guys, over a year, that is 576 people you are exposing to your iMarketslive business. Let's just say you're terrible and you only close 10%. Guys, that means you're personally sponsoring 58 people. 58 people over 12 months, okay? That means you can put what? That's almost 60, right? So you can put, you can put almost 20 people on each leg. If you do 20, 20, 20 over 12 months, you will have customers. You will have people that incubate and sit there. You will have people that will tell you they want to build it big. You will find at least 1 to 3 superstars in each one of your legs over the next 12 months. That right there alone, if you just close 10%, guys, that means 2019, that year will be a monumental year for you. Now, let's just say you close 20% of those 576 people, okay? Now you're sponsoring over 100, you're sponsoring 120 people in the year 2018. That's magnificent. You know what I'm saying? So it may seem like a small thing. Oh, 2 people a day. Like that's going to do anything. It's going to do something because it's going to build and build and build and build and build. And eventually it's going to compound and you're going to find the key people in your business that can take you to the next level. So daily minimums, obviously setting goals, obviously being consistent, obviously I would say becoming a product of the product. You don't have to trade real money. Go in there and trade demo. I know a lot of you are connected with Quinn and you're connected with maybe, the Spillers who, are very good at trading, right? And a lot of you are probably making some pretty serious coin in the Forex trading, because a lot of our customers, well, they're making a lot of money, you know, on just the products and services, which is absolutely phenomenal. That's why IML is just dominated right now, all over the industry, because people are actually making money as just customers. So I would have some proof, right? You know, there's having proof that, hey, I've made $5. Hey, I made $10. I made $50. You know, on swipe trades. You know, on harmonic scanner, on daily swing trades, right? Just having those testimonials popping for yourself personally. So when you sit down with a prospect, you can actually show them, hey, I'm not guaranteeing you that you're going to be making, you know, an insane amount of money trading. However, these are my results. Okay, these are my results. Another thing, I'm just going off the top of my head right now. I'm going to open this thing up in a second for a few questions, because I do have time to spend with you guys tonight here until my next call. But the next thing is, how well are you promoting events? Remember, I'm talking networking side tonight. I'm trying to look back on my 8-year career, on the $8 million I've earned. Hey, how was that possible? Because I know I'm no different than you. I'm no different than Clint. I'm no different than anybody else, right? You don't have to be different or smart or have some amazing, crazy skill set to make money in this style of marketing. There's certain specific things that you have to become consistent at over long periods of time. One of those things is simple, guys. Promoting events. Obviously, Vegas is coming up. How many of you have purchased your ticket for Vegas? How many of you have got on Southwest Airlines or Spirit Airlines or, United or American and booked your flight to Vegas? Okay, the convention's in less than 75 days away, right? 75 days away. So if you're on the call tonight, that means you're obviously a leader. You obviously care about your success here, or you would be watching Dancing with the Stars or, watching, NBA games on TNT right now. Yet you're on here, listening to me for 25 minutes. So obviously you're serious about your business, but if you're not actively there in Vegas, meaning mentally you're not already there, right? If you're not actively promoting Vegas like a bat out of hell to your team and to your customers and to your organizations and to your leaders, guys, you are dropping the ball. One of my mentors, Eric Worre, he told me, he said, every person you and I get to a destination event, okay, which would be Vegas in March 16th at the Rio Hotel, every person at one of those events, you guys, translates to an extra $100 per month in residual income, okay, for the following calendar year from that convention. So if you want to make $1,000 a month, that means, hey, I got to get 10 people to this event in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, you want to make an extra $2,000 a month? That means, hey, you got to get 20 people to convention in Las Vegas, Nevada. You get what you see what I'm getting here? You want to go Platinum 5,000? Hey, you need to get 50 people to the event in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, you want to go Chairman 10? Ladies and gentlemen, you got to get 100 people to that event in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm telling you that this is proven over the years to be true. This is proven over the years to be basically fact at this point. I know without a shadow of a doubt, if you can get people to Vegas and they plug in and they see the bigger picture and they see the big screens and they see the big stage and they see the smoke and they see the fire and the dancers and Chris and Isis and VP of sales and myself and all the chairmans, right? Their belief levels at a subconscious level will increase staggeringly, okay? Like monumentally, their belief levels will go through the roof. They will leave Vegas and they will get their butts to work. And I'll tell you this is true because it happened to me. I walked into my first Las Vegas convention in my first company, 2012. I was at $4,000 a month. I left that event. I came back the following year, same hotel, same room. I was at $40,000 a month. I can't make this stuff up. So 4 to 40 in 12 months. If I did not go to that event, I don't know if I'd be sitting here talking to you guys right now. I'm just being honest with you. So to say the Vegas event is important, it doesn't even do it justice. Like the Vegas event is monumental to your success here at iMarketslive. And the way, in the ability you promote this event in Las Vegas will have a great deal to do with what your 2018 looks like. It is what it is. There's no way around it. It just, in this industry, destination events mean absolutely so much. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is we can open this thing up a little bit. I just want to make sure. Okay, I just want to make sure my next call is not in 8 minutes, because it actually might be. But anyway, I want to open this thing up, and maybe we can have Robert or Quinn. Why don't you guys monitor 7:30 or 8:30? Okay, I'm going to tell these guys, let's do 8:30. I can hang with you guys now longer because I want to give you guys as much as I possibly can. Okay, so want Quinn, why don't you be the moderator here, and people can post questions. Looks like we got about 50 people on here. So while we have some questions going on in the chat box, and then you can pick questions that you want, and I can answer them. Anything that has to do with, basically anything, you guys, and don't be afraid. Ask me whatever you want. I should be able to answer them in terms of, the networking side of this business. So I will just wait here and see what personal development do you listen to? Don Phillips. Great question. I do a lot of Bob Proctor because, that's my personal mentor. However, in terms of maybe quote unquote beginners in this industry, meaning if you have not, if you've not yet made, $5,000 in a month, for those of you taking notes, I would YouTube Building My Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. Again, Building My Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn. Okay, for belief, I would tell you to read Magic of Thinking Big. Magic of Thinking Big. And then for leadership, I would read anything really John C. Maxwell, but he has a great one, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, as well as Developing the Leaders Around You. So for belief, Magic of Thinking Big, and then U Squared by Price Pritchett. U Squared by Price Pritchett on, so those are books. On leadership, John C. Maxwell, okay? And then on YouTube, oh my gosh, there's so much on YouTube, it's ridiculous. But Jim Rohn, Jim Rohn, Building My Network Marketing Business is definitely a great place to start. And then I actually wrote a book, and I would advise you to get it on Audible because I think, number one, it's way cheaper, and number two, it's, me speaking is a lot more impactful, called Dorm Room to Millionaire. I wrote this book right after I made my first $1 million in network marketing. So you're actually getting my insight from 4 years ago when I first hit my first $1 million. I basically just got paper out and then went crazy on it. And that will give you guys just really sheer tactical things to do, to get your business to the next level. So I hope you guys took notes on that. Yeah, books you recommend. Awesome. Okay, here we go. Jeffrey, hey, Alex, can you please give an example of something you would say when prospecting on social media or even out in the public? Yes. Okay, this is what I do. For those of you taking notes, awesome. If you're not taking notes, I don't know what you're doing. So not to be mean, just being real with you, okay? So on prospecting out in public, you always want to give compliments, and you always want to get to know, people, right? They always say nobody cares what you know until they know that you care. So Jeffrey, if I met you at the sushi bar and I was going to prospect you, I say you brought the bill, right? You're my waiter. When you bring the bill, number one, I'm going to give you a compliment. I would say, hey, Jeffrey, man, I just want to say, man, that was amazing service, today. I really appreciate it. So I'm giving you a compliment right away. Boom. People love to feel good. When you tell somebody they're doing a great job, boom, they're gonna guess what? Feel good. Okay. Number two, this is what I would ask you. I'll say, Jeffrey. Okay. Number one, you're always in a hurry. Okay. So for those of you, when you're prospecting, you're always in a hurry. Even on Facebook, you can be, hey man, I only got 5 minutes. Hey bro, I only got 3 minutes. Hey man, I'm late for a meeting. People respect people who are busy. So even if you're not busy, acting busy, faking it, I'm cool with that. That's what I did, right? So Jeffrey, just want to say, man, thank you so much for your service today, man. You're super talented, bro. Hey, I got to run right now. I'm really busy. However, I got a question. Do you do this because you enjoy doing this? Do you enjoy serving people sushi, or do you do this just to pay the bills? Okay. most of the time, what's he going to say? I do this to pay the bills. Okay, somebody's not muted, so if you guys could just make sure to mute out, that would be great. So again, hey, do you do this for for fun? Like, you enjoy doing this, or hey, do you work here? Apple Store, Foot Locker, Auntie Anne's Pretzel Shop, Steak 48 restaurant, whatever it is, or do you do this to pay the bills? Well, I'm paying my way through school, or well, yeah, bro, like I'm just trying to pay my rent. Like, you know what I mean? That's what they're probably going to say to you. And then the next thing you say is, boom, if I could show you a way, okay? If I could show you a way, for your notes, if I could show you a way, Trey, if I could show you a way, Victoria, if I could show you a way, Kayla, to make enough money part-time to quit the sushi bar, to quit working at Apple, to quit cleaning houses, would you take a look at something? That's it, right? So you give them a compliment, you're in a hurry, you figure out if they're doing what they're doing for fun or to pay the bills. Most of the time it's going to be paid the bills. And then it's, if I could, would you? If I could show you a way to make enough money part-time to quit working here, would you take a look at something? What are they going to say most of the time? Duh. Yes. Get their Facebook, get their number, get something, and then boom, send them one of these tools. I just released a tool last night. It's 16 minutes long. I do the express presentation in 16 minutes. I posted an email elite. If you don't have them, I'll send it to Quinn after this call. It's been watched almost 2,000 times in 12 hours. So people are using it, and it's signing people up. So use the tool. Are business cards effective? Well, here's my question, bro. And I remember you, by the way. What do you do when you get a business card? Throw it away. What do you do when you get a flyer on your car? You take the flyer off and you throw it away. That's why you got to get there. The 2018 business card is Instagram. 2018 business card is Facebook. 2018 business card is a Facebook message. That's my opinion. Now, I'm 28, so maybe I live in the millennial area more, but I don't know. My grandma's 87, and she's on Instagram. So it is what it is. Can you explain the importance of three-way calls? Don Phelps. Great question. The importance of three-way calls is to share the information about iMarketslive with a leveraged upline. What does that mean in normal people words? A leveraged upline means you're building somebody else up. You're making somebody else look super special. So when your friend who doesn't know you as a business person gets on, they listen. Like when I first got started in the industry, I tried to do everything on my own because I was making decent money as a real estate agent. So I said, oh, network marketing, oh, this is easy. Like, oh, this is going to be super easy, right? So I didn't listen to anybody. I didn't edify anybody. I didn't do three-way calls. I tried to sell everybody. Nobody wanted to join my business. Okay, I made $16,000 year one. Year two, I made $130,000 because of leveraged three-way calls. So why you do that? Because if Quinn and I have been friends for 8 years and I come to her about a business and I'm broke and she knows I'm broke, she's not going to take me serious. But if I have known Quinn for 8 years and I'm broke and I talk about David and get Quinn on the phone with David, she'll listen to David because you edify. Okay, I'm going to do a brief little training on edification. Okay, edification, your check is directly correlated to how well you edify somebody. Okay? Just the same way Quinn edified me, she didn't have to do that, but when she does, say you didn't know who I was, okay? You didn't know who I was. Before I get on, now you're going to listen. Rolling Stone, Forbes, multi-millionaire, right? Like what makes more sense? Okay, guys, the next person, hey, Quinn, I want you to talk to my friend David. He's amazing. Click. Hey, Quinn, I'd love for you to meet my friend David. Hey, really quick, Quinn. David is, he's one of those people that is usually very difficult to get a hold of. He actually travels the world on a continual basis helping people change their lives financially. David has become a multi-millionaire, success coach. He's actually earned millions and millions of dollars in this style of marketing. And the best thing about David is he truly cares about people, and he's so easy to talk to. So when you make a decision to partner with us, David's actually going to be able to help you one-on-one get to where you want to go. So, Quinn, meet David, right? Obviously the second one. So when you edify somebody on a three-way call, you don't do it to make Quinn feel good. You don't do it to make Robert feel good. You don't do it to make whoever your guys' upline, I don't even know, like all the way up, but Dr. Spiller, you don't do it to make them feel good. You do it so your friend listens, right? That's why you edify. I started to edify in year 2. Nothing else changed. My income went from what, 16,000 in 2011 to 130 grand in 2012 off of sheer edification. So three-way calls are massively important. And in this company, I would have them watch a tool, watch IMO presentation, watch my new video first, and then get on a three-way call. So that when you finally get them on the line with your upline, they've already seen the information, and really it's just answering questions and closing them. These are great questions, by the way. Okay, here we go. Chat. From the iPhone. Hi, Alex. With people that are on your team that want to build who are introverts, what advice would you give them? Well, number one, not to be mean. Who decided they're an introvert? Who decided they're an extrovert? I don't understand that. When people say that, I'm like, okay, you can actually decide who you are, like right now. Like I could, if I wanted to go vegan right now, I could just snap my fingers and go vegan. So if you are identifying I'm an introvert, well, you're only an introvert because you're telling yourself you're an introvert. So again, not to be rude, but you're only an introvert because you're just saying you're an introvert. And one of my first CEO said, being shy is costing you hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's what he told me. He said, you being shy is costing you hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I said, okay, I'm going to stop being shy. So if you're an introvert, extrovert, to me, we're human beings, guys. Okay. I don't have 5 hours tonight to talk about that, but, we're all actually spiritual beings, living in a physical body, and we're all spirits. So that's not religious. That's just science. So like the whole, like I'm white, I'm black, I'm yellow, I'm Jewish, I'm Christian, I'm Asian, I'm Democratic, I'm Republican. All that stuff's actually just stuff. And if you actually break down all of us to the cellular level, we're actually all equals. We actually all have the same creative faculties like reason, imagination. We all have the same thing, male, female. It's all the same thing. So for you to say I'm an extrovert or I'm an introvert, well, that's your own decision. So you can change that very, very fast. And in fact, you can be an introvert and go chairman. We have chairmen in this company that don't ever speak to people. It's all online. Michael Martin is chairman 25. He built it all on the internet. So you can be you and make money here and use the tools. Leverage me. Like obviously, I'm not an introvert, so you use me to build your business. That's what this company is all about. It's about using other people to build your business. It's about edifying people cross-line to build your team. Like if I was a young, I'm just going to keep it super raw with you. If I was a young African-American male, I would talk about Garrett Roberts. Why? He's a young African-American male. If I was a young Latina, a young Mexican female, I would talk about Carolina Quintilla. Why? She's a young Mexican female who's chairman 10. If I was an African-American male, I would talk about Dr. Spiller. I would talk about Gary McSweeney. I would talk about David Emanitier. If I was a young African-American woman, or not young, just African-American woman, I would talk about China and Jewel. If I was a young white kid, young white boy, I would talk about Jason Brown. So use the stories. I think that's one of the biggest overlooked secrets is that, people don't want to talk about other people. That's how you get rich. You show proof. Oh, you don't think this works? Go on Austin Ghazi's Facebook page. Oh, this doesn't work? Our executive vice president's 28 years old. This doesn't work? Go check out Gary McSween and his wife Talitha on Facebook. They're 33 years old, making $100,000 a month. This doesn't work? So hopefully that's like a little tip in itself. Edify other people, man. Use other people's stories to to build your business. Like, why not? Why not? Smart. Do that. Okay. How do you prospect people who already have money? Great question. Doctors, lawyers, whoever. Awesome. I would ask them the power phrase that, I learned from David. Hey, Dr. Smith, in the last 10 years, all the money that's flowed through your bank account, how much money have you made on your money? Not a lot? Awesome. If I can show you a way how you can multiply your existing money, would you take a look at something? I want to say it one more time. Hey, Dr. Lewis. Dr. Lewis, hey, I know you're already doing well financially, but I just have a quick question. On all the money that's flowed through your bank account in the last, 24 months, how much money have you been to make on that money? Oh, not that much. Awesome. Right? Yeah, awesome. If I could show you a way to multiply your existing money, will you take a look at something? What are they going to say most of the time? They're going to say, yeah. And remember, okay, don't let this fool you. Just because they're a doctor or a lawyer doesn't mean they're making excruciating amounts of money. There are many attorneys that get paid a little bit of money per hour and push paperwork, and doctors' overhead is ridiculously expensive. So just because somebody's a doctor does not mean they're balling out. I sit next to doctors on planes all the time. Most of them are freaking stressed out of their ears, and their overhead is ridiculous, and they're not even netting that much money. That's one of the myths we've grown up with. Oh, if you're a doctor, you're rich. Most doctors aren't rich. Most doctors have medical debt pouring out of their eyeballs. So never prejudge anybody. I'll just be real. The top 25 in IML make more money than 96% of every doctor you and I know. Unless they're like some radical brain surgeon, our leaders make way more money. I'm just keeping it honest with you guys. Again, here tonight, you never want to prejudge people because they need money. Great question. All right, guys, I got time for like two more, and then I gotta get on this the same thing with Costa Rica in 6 minutes. But great questions. I hope this is helping. But guys, for real, it's you identifying the fact that we are so blessed right now to be in this company where everything is in place. The products are firing great results for people. The compensation plan is more aggressive than anything you've ever seen before. You have CEOs that CEOs and CFOs that are coachable, that listen, that know what they're doing. You have amazing leadership with Dr. Spiller, amazing leadership with Quinn, amazing leadership with obviously David and Manitier. My big bro. That dude is not. I don't want to call him dude. That guy is he's absolutely amazing. I'm here to help you guys as well. Like I said, I'm on this call right now, and anything you guys need from me, if you want to do this weekly or bi-weekly, we can. All you guys have to do is ask, and I'm available. This is all I do. Just like you guys, I get paid on results. I'm not on salary. I get paid to grow this thing, just like you guys. This is Josh. Can you let our team know the importance of having a why? Great question to end this thing with. It's everything, you guys. Having a reason why you're doing this thing is so vastly important because, it's not easy. I'm not going to go out here and lie to you. Yeah, it might be simple to go Platinum 600, in 6 months. But if you're trying to become, top 100 in the company and hit Chairman 10, it does take work. If someone's going to pay you $10,000, $11,000 a month, it's supposed to take work. It's not supposed to be easy, but it's doable. I think at this point you can look at this company and you can say, wow, I can relate to, I can relate to at least one chairman in this company right now, and if they can do it, I can do it. From high school dropouts like Austin Ghazi, from X. People that were, from the streets doing crazy stuff like Garrett Roberts. We have every demographic covered. We have, from white people to African Americans to Spanish to South American to European. Aureli's Asian and France that speak. We big people, small people, skinny people. We got everything here. I'm just being real with you guys. You can't make an excuse up to not make it happen here because we have such a diverse leadership plethora. It's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. Most companies, you know, it's like all one demographic. You know, like my first company was all a bunch of young people. You know, there were coffee companies back in the day where, you know, you were either Latino or African American. You know, most companies they go all in on one demographic and they kind of forget about everybody. We have people winning from Nigeria and Ghana to Sweden and Amsterdam. We have people winning from Los Angeles to Miami to Texas to Nebraska. I mean, we have people winning from every corner of the planet right now. So you just have to say, you know what, I'm gonna be serious about this business, and you got to have a why. You know, one of my mentors told me, you know, find a why to make you cry. It sounds cliche, it sounds corny, but man, I'll tell you what, it's the real thing. Because some days are gonna suck. Some days people are gonna say no. Some days people are gonna quit. People quit every day. I look in the back office, people quit every day. We lose people every day, but guess what? We add people every day, and we add a whole lot more than are quitting. So guys, again, super fired up and excited for all of you. You know, super proud of Quinn for putting this thing together. You guys have such an amazing leader in Quinn, for real. You know, I've been in 28 countries now in 13 months, and this woman's energy and excitement, enthusiasm is just through the roof. And I know that she cares about you guys so much, and is willing to bend over backwards for all of your success. And because of that, I'm here as well to serve you guys and help you guys. So I would say set some goals, set some daily minimums, and get to work. Quinn, if you want to blast out the tool I created last night for everybody to have, they can utilize it, they can use me, they can abuse me 24/7, 365, and we can definitely be doing this again in the very near future. In Vegas, guys, I challenge all of you. Honestly, I'm going to be real. I challenge all of you tonight to buy your Vegas ticket and post it in IML Elite. That's what I challenge you to do. What is it, $147 or $130 or whatever it is? I challenge you to buy your ticket so you hold yourself accountable and you remain disciplined, all right? And then you promote it like crazy to all of your teams and all of your groups. So, guys, you guys have a great evening. Quinn, I'm going to pass it back to you for some closing thoughts. And appreciate you guys. Much love. See you guys in Vegas, and rock and roll. I expect massive things from this group, 100%. See you guys.
Thank you, Alex. We appreciate you so much. Thank you guys for being on. I just wanted to do a couple quick announcements really quickly. Man, I'm so excited and so elated and so humbled and grateful that he chose to spend some time with us, and even some extra time with us, and let us ask questions. This call was being recorded, so I will privately send it out to your leaders. That way that some of the things that you guys asked, you're able to hear it over and over again and write it down, so you can it can help you build your team. So real quick, I just want to go over a couple announcements. Because of the weather, we did have a meeting tonight in Houston that did get postponed and canceled. But if the weather permits, we will be having a meeting on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that's Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. They all start at 7 o'clock. Please make sure you pay attention to the Facebook group. That way you can get the information if you're out in Colorado. I know that Jennifer Baker is doing a meeting on Friday. Also in Texarkana, Arkansas, which is where I'm from, they are doing a meeting on the 18th. So if you know anybody in the area in Louisiana, Shreveport, I know Louisiana, I think outside of Baton Rouge, is doing a meeting too. If you'll do me a favor, make sure you guys are checking the Facebook group. Make sure if you've already gotten your tickets for Vegas, make sure that you post it in IML Elite, post it in our group, so that everybody can see that you are ready, you're committed, and you're excited. Don't forget to tell Alex Morton thank you so much for his time. I appreciate you guys on your time. And on Friday, as well as 8 o'clock, we're also going to be doing a private Zoom over trading. So make sure you guys are on. Same link, 8 o'clock on Friday. We'll be doing a private Zoom just for trading. So thank you guys so much. Tell your teams that they missed it. They missed a great night. But give me a little time. Probably in the morning, I'll have it downloaded and ready for you. All right. Thank you guys so much again. I appreciate you guys. and let's rock this thing out. Vegas, here we come.